What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video and another breakdown on the channel, where in this video I'm going to be going over a full breakdown of a really nice target hit that I had on GER30, German DAX, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we'll hop right into this very shortly. And a really nice obviously thing about this trade is I was actually on a one-to-one coaching call with one of my clients, Ollie, where we were going over a few things of obviously the price action strategy and everything like that. And we were actually going through this pattern, actually identified this setup with him on that call, and we executed this trade live together. So it's really nice to obviously have a live setup obviously taken with myself and obviously one of my clients that's in my education program, to get obviously this skill underneath their belt and everything like that. And of course went on to hit a really nice target, which I'm going to break down today. So in this video I'm going to go over how I found this setup, all the confirmation, that took to obviously enter this trade, so we can obviously make sure we're as confident as possible this trade was going to go our way. Just literally all the ins and outs that I hope you guys find insightful and obviously help your trading moving forward as well. So let's hop straight into this. So as you can see on the 4 hour, this was the setup. So it was a 1.62 risk to reward ratio trade, so a nice low lot size on this, just because the stop loss, as you can see here, was around the break of all-time highs. And obviously wanted to be sure of that, just because of all the play that we've had on the left right here, as you guys can see. But as you can see, really nice flowing trade to the downside, where I took profit, I think, at around the 23,520 areas, so around here. Reason why I haven't let this run all the way to the bottom is because, as I saw at the left here, we do tend sometimes to get the rejection kind of off these levels, which we got the really big wick. So when I saw that big wick and the close, I thought, you know what? For a little bit of an extra squeeze, it wasn't worth the punt, just to kind of wait a little bit longer. That was going to make just a little bit more on the trade. I'd rather take that out and obviously just be done with this position. But let's go into exactly why I was seeing what I was seeing. So let's hop to the daily to start. So as you can see on the daily, we are so high in the market, as you can see. In fact, we're at all-time highs. So this candle here printed all-time highs, and then we have literally just been consolidating around this area, around the 24,334.9 areas, as you can see, rejecting multiple times on the daily, and obviously around those all-time high areas of 24,563.7. Really struggling to break through this all-time high area, in which we have actually now, with my setup that I have obviously executed, have now started to create a head and shoulders pattern, as you can see here, which we could even be looking to take another setup from. For you guys that don't know what head and shoulders pattern indicates, this could indicate some bearish movement in the market if we break this neckline. So we could even be seeing at this really big level here of the 23,437.8 areas. If we break this level, which obviously is a big rejection point, we could even see this come down to this other trend line that I've got coming through, or obviously down to these next rejection points, as you can see here. But obviously that is an analysis for another day. But as you can see, how I was looking for the setup that I took, right? So on the daily, as you can see, I just drew this trend line to the upside. We've got multiple touches there. I've just tried to trap price in. As you can see, I've drew a trend line from the bottom here and pulled this up and through, just to try and trap price in, so we can see exactly how it's moving. Now, this setup was more of a 4 hour setup. So just obviously giving you guys the daily sort of areas that I was looking at, just obviously for clarity purposes. And as you can see on the 4 hour, I noticed from the top side here, as I previously discussed with you, we were literally just bouncing around this area, consolidating, really struggling to break these all-time high areas again, as you can see. Every time that we would come up to this level, as you can see, we seem to reject. And we've seen that multiple times between this area as you can see here, as I was discussing, this area here seems to be like a really, really big rejection point. As you can see, we either reject this low or we come up and reject these highs, as you can see in this area. And I realized this going forward. Now, as you can see, I pulled a trend line to the bottom here. We've got a really sharp rejection off this level here and straight back up. And then, of course, to the upside, we had this quite broad, quite flat, sorry, trend from the top coming down. So basically what I've done is I've just kind of like trapped price in this area, as you can see. Now, what I was looking for is obviously the break of this uptrend, the break of this zone, and then take this down to where do we usually go when we break this area? As you can see, when we have broken this area before, we tend to at least come to this level here, as you can see, or even further. But my main source for my TP was what happened recently. When we broke this levels, we at least come down to this level here, as you can see. So that was my idea for the take profit level. Just take profit at these lows here, which has been historic for having a really, really, really big rejection point as well. So obviously just maximize our trade moving forward as well. So as you can see, the market broke out of this trend line. We actually got a really, really nice rejection off the other side of the trend line, as you can see there, proving my trend line was on point and acting as a obviously rejection point off that side. We then got the break and close of the area here, as you can see, in which, let me zoom in, I got an entry at this level here on the break and close. This was my entry. As you can see, we played around, we went into instant profit, we went into a little bit of drawdown on this wick, and then it was kind of really, really nice down to this level. I did take a partial, no, not a partial, sorry. I moved my stop loss to break even at this pink line here, so 23,831.6. I took a, I moved my stop loss to break even. So from this point on, we were running completely risk-free. Sorry, not at the pink level, at this level here, 23,914.3. I moved my stop loss to break even, so we were running risk-free. Reason why I moved my stop loss to break even is because if we look to the left, as you can see, we tend to get some rejection off the bottom here, and I didn't obviously want to turn this profitable trade into a potentially losing one. So I thought that was the best area to leave this running completely risk-free. As you can see here, the trade came up, didn't quite take us out at break even. It got so close to taking us out at break even. I waited for the retest here. If we go down to the 30, I waited for the retest at this level. So I was literally in at this level over here. So as you can see, it came up, but didn't quite take us out at break even, which is obviously fantastic. And then we got that smooth sailing move all the way down to these levels here, which I previously discussed. We got the big wick off this level. I'm happy to take out this level just before that final target, which I'll show you guys the profit later on in the video as well moving forward. But absolutely fantastic, smooth sailing trade. Obviously from this area, what was this, 27th of August, and it hit on the 2nd of September. So we were in this trade for about 5 days, but a really, really nice profit on this trade. Really nice smooth sailing trade, barely any drawdown as well, and just kind of followed those technicals really, really nicely. Obviously as an extra confirmation, so I have multiple confirmations on this trade to get in. Another tip, always have as many confirmations as possible, because that's going to give you the confidence to tell you that the trade's going to go the way you want to go. You know, we've already pre-planned everything out. We know where our stop loss is going to be. We know where our take profit's going to be. It's now just finding the best entry. So first confirmation is we've broken this trend line. We've retested this trend line. That's 2 confirmations. So broken the trend line 1. Second confirmation is we have rejected the other side of the trend line 2. Third confirmation for entry is we've broken the zone below here. Third confirmation. And the fourth confirmation is we are below the EMAs, which act as almost like a repellent, as you can see here. We've come up, repelled this area, came up, repelled this area again, and then come down. So I've had 4 or 5 confirmations on this trade. 6 confirmations showing us on the daily that we are really, really struggling to break higher. You know, we are repelling these areas and wanting to have a little push down, as you can see, which we've really nicely got that move. And of course, a massive reason how I'm able to find high probability setups daily is due to Market AI. Have you ever been scrambling on Twitter, on Bloomberg, on all these websites trying to find your fundamentals? You need to look no more. Market AI gives you all of your fundamentals in a very easily digestible way to add straight into the technicals of your trading. As you can see here on gold, high time frame bullish, intraday bullish, giving you all the news of what's happening with this asset class right now, so you can make the best informed decision based on your technicals and add that fundamentals into your environment. You can add as many pairs as you like, and the AI system is going to compile all of the fundamentals going on in the world with that asset class and put it all in one place. You have a daily bias, so you can see exactly what's going on with the pairs that you like to trade the most. Currency news and data, equity news and data, all the economy news of what's going on in the world, a COT report as well, and a whole backtesting fundamentals page where you can backtest your technical setups in line with the fundamentals to see if that could have added extra confirmation to your trading journey. And if you use the code DAN10, you will get 10% off this whole platform. And this is an absolute non-negotiable for you as a trader. It is going to transform you to whatever trader that you are now and take you to that next level. Overall, so I'll just use the replay tool quick so you guys can kind of see my ideology of the setup that I was looking at. So as you can see here, this is kind of what I was looking at. As you can see, we're in this wedge here. Obviously, it would have broke out to all-time highs. Great. Why wouldn't I have taken buys at all-time highs? Just because I've literally got no data. I've got no data to go off. I don't like trading when I've got no data there. Obviously, our TP would have been maybe a psychological level where we're going to take it for the buys of, I don't know, the 24,750 levels or 25,000 levels, but there's no data. I like trading data. I like seeing what we've obviously seen before, obviously in the market, because the history is our friend. Whatever's happened before usually always happens again. We just need the confirmations to prove that. So I was looking for sells just because obviously we've really struggled to break to the highs. So let's play this out. So as you can see, we came up, rejected the trend line from the upside, broke the trend line, rejected the trend line on the other side, broke the zone now. So we've rejected, broke the zone. This is the entry point. And as I was saying, I got in on the retest. And then as you can see, we had a little bit of consolidation, sitting in profit, as you can see, and then got the boom off the EMAs and then down, smooth sailing literally within the day there. The full move to final target, which we've got out at these levels here, as you can see. So a really nice smooth sailing trade and a really nice live and direct trade as well, to be able to call this out for one of my clients that's in my education program, to get obviously this exact strategy under their belt. As I've told you guys before, this strategy literally, it provides the ability to only take an hour a day. All these all my watch lists, I look at about 10 to 15 pairs a day, and I can analyze them all in under an hour, which obviously means I have the freedom to do what I want to do throughout the day. I get alerts on my trading view when it's near my zone, so I don't have to constantly be on the charts all day. You know, we're trading for the freedom. And if you want a strategy that really fits around your lifestyle, no matter how busy you are, then you can do like Ollie did and get involved in my educational program, which I'll teach you bite-sized, step-by-step, how to build out this exact strategy. Plain, simple, straightforward, rules-based approach. But yeah, if you have any questions on that, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. The links will be in the description, or feel free to comment on this video as well. Happy to help of any questions that you guys have. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'll put the profit somewhere around the screen. And yeah, let's look forward to the next trade. I'll see you guys in the next one. Safe trading, and yeah, let's get it.